Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Doctor Who Reviews. Also, we have a new Prime Minister. Don't worry about it, let's move on. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, the person I wanted to get it wasn't even in the final two, so yeah. If she fixes the energy crisis...
Rain, you only have a problem if you start hearing this every single time they come on.
God damn it. But yeah, the person I wanted to get in didn't even get to the final two. If she fixes the cost of the big crisis, great. I'll probably vote for her. And that's been cancelled yet again.
So anyways, who's here with you, Rain?
Yeah, we're talking about K9, and to talk about K9, I have my two usual co-hosts. Firstly, to my virtual left, just returned from the most baller wedding in Newfoundland history, it's Freezing Inferno.
Hey everybody, I'm back from the sunny capital city, and wow, what a time I had. But the most important thing I learned in this celebration of love was the way to a woman's heart. And it goes a little something like this.
Seriously?
If you know, you know.
We know.
And if you don't know, we're putting it down in the comments, because seriously.
This is not a bit. I can't believe he did that.
No, I did it as a bit.
No, it was a bit for you. For us, we had no idea that was coming.
As he says.
I don't.
No, see, the problem is, I knew that it was coming because he told me shortly before you got here.
Oh, God damn it.
Now how does it feel, mister? Oh, I know that somebody paid Colin Baker $75, but I'm gonna play dumb.
All right. Are you going to hold that against me forever? The correct answer is yes. So, and to my virtual...
I had a lovely time. I ate poutine at 11:30 at night, and you actually told the story on air about the fucking best man, the Stone Cold shirt.
Why would I not? That story's amazing.
Ew, it was even more amazing to sit there and... Well, I didn't even realize. I was like, why are we all saying, oh, hell yeah? Oh, what? What is he getting out of his... Oh, my... And I was like maybe 5 feet away from him when he reaches into his bag and he pulls out the Austin 316 shirt.
Did he put the shirt on? Or...
What?
Did he put the shirt on?
Yes, he put the shirt. He unbuttoned his dress shirt. He took it off. He reached into his bag. He pulled out an Austin 316 shirt, put that on, and then hucked the beers.
Incredible.
Well, it's not a true wedding until somebody gets naked.
Well, shirtless, but...
And to my virtual right, feeling like a freak on a leash, feeling like she's got no release, it's Kat.
Although I will have to say, Frez, I disagree with you. That is not the way to a woman's heart. This is.
That's very true too.
I just don't know where it's coming from next.
Well, regardless of that, well, since I've been back for a week, but since y'all went early, I didn't get to pick this week. So instead, we're talking about 4 episodes of everyone's favorite children's show with a robot dog in a dystopian future.
Yes, Australian K9.
Yay!
And what a fucking batch of episodes you had us do this time.
Oh, you picked some doozies, my God.
They're weird.
Oh, just wait until the next time when we finally get to do Black Hunger.
Oh, God, yes, I've seen that one.
I don't know anything about this shit, so...
I skipped to that one because Kat said it was one of the best ones they'd ever done, so I watched it.
Well, I'll wait.
You are in for a treat in about 8 months' time.
6 months? Yeah. We do these like every 6 months, basically whenever it's like, I don't know what to do. Australian K9.
I just did it this time because I knew that you and Kachuri didn't have a chance to pick. So I'm like, I'll save any of them just in case they really, really wanted to do them. And I'll pick a show that, neither of them would ever pick.
That's true.
I might pick it because I know how much you like it.
Yeah, Australian K9 is your thing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. like my thing is yelling about mirrors.
And mine is
And
getting
Raniac's
cancelled.
thing is being wrong.
No, mine's getting cancelled, apparently.
And being wrong.
I mean, that's a form of being wrong.
He's also being wrong about the fact that his main thing is being wrong.
It's a pretty extreme way of being wrong, but it's still being wrong. So yeah,
It's alright, we'll
begin.
still talk to you when you're cancelled.
Let's begin with episode 1 of 4, Oroborus. Or as Red Dwarf might say, Oroborus.
Gesundheit.
There's an episode of Red Dwarf called Oroborus, and basically, spoilers for a 25-year-old comedy show. Dave Lister finds a box with a child in it that says Oroborus, and he thinks that's the child's name. But it's actually Oroborus, and it's him.
Oh.
Yeah, the old circular time thing.
Oh, wibbly wobbly, timey wimey.
Yeah, basically.
Well, before we fully get into the episode, let's go ahead and very quickly, for those of you who might not remember some of this, we have here the cast of Griffin, Starkey, Darius, and Georgie. Starkey, Darius, and Georgie are 3 kids. Griffin is a scientist who created this machine called the STM. I forget what the acronym stands for, but it's basically this big old time machine that he built.
Space-time manipulator, I'm
K9
guessing?
one day Huh?
Space-time manipulator, I'm guessing?
I think so. But K9 one day comes through, saves them, and then immediately blows up. Because copyright. And then he reassembles himself into a new, futuristic form. And then it turns out they're all in a dystopia and, bad stuff happens. So that's pretty much all you need to know for right now.
A dystopia run by the department, who is a combination of sinister, shadowy government Illuminati and the dumbest fucking police force imaginable.
Yes.
I love them so much.
The
CCPCs.
They are just the Keystone Cops. But robots. It's kind of great.
Australian K9, the show that says ACAB. All cops are buffoons.
Well, I mean, they're not wrong.
Isn't it
But
good?
anyway.
Isn't it good to have me back?
That's debatable.
We start off in the House of Griffin. Wait, wrong episode.
No.
Griffin house.
That was a depressing one with his
Oh
dead
god, that
family's
was depressing.
For kids.
We're not wanted here anymore.
Kids.
Cried my eyes out for kids.
But yes, the STM suddenly activates and starts pulling everything into the room into it, like towards it. So Griffin and Starkey are like, "What the heck? What are we going to do?" And eventually K9 comes in and he fixes it, and he details exactly how he did it, and that comes into play later.
It's just a long string of technobabble. I invented this thing and the nanomachine buffer, blah blah, bloobity blah blah blah, science smart.
Timey-wimey bullshit.
Well, timey-wimey bullshit is exactly what's happening after this event.
Literally.
Yes.
Something is very wrong with time because it keeps rewinding for our heroes.
And actually a lot more people as we find out later on, but for right now, nobody knows what's going on. They tried to look around the house because the STM doesn't just activate itself, even though it totally has in the past, but whatever. Darius and Georgie are there, and they're just looking around, and also Starkey has a weird itch on his arm.
Also, we should mention the owing money bit.
Oh, I love this because
Yes.
even in the middle of a time loop, Darius does not miss an opportunity to be a little shit.
It's
I don't know.
Darius.
I don't know about missing an opportunity to be a little shit. It's more, he's caught in the time loop. So right after this portal closed, Darius is like, "Hey, Starkey, you owe me $20."
No, that's not the bit that's being the little shit. It's the fact that he got the wrong equipment.
Yeah.
And still
But
charged the money.
You still owes me $20. So they touch their, I suppose they're supposed to be like communicators, phones, or whatever. They touch their phones together, and he 2010 what 2010 thinks the future is going to be, Venmos him the money. It's like, okay, fine.
He PayPal
I mean,
sent
they're not
20
far
bucks.
off.
He Venmos in
They're
$20.
not far off. The only thing that they got wrong is having to touch the two devices together, but otherwise they ain't
Yeah.
off.
You know. Either way, so the next day, time is going wonky. Griffin's cooking breakfast. He drops an egg and it breaks. And then time rewinds and he drops the egg all over again.
Yeah.
And then we get, and so it's the next day, and Starkey is, it's like he's got allergies. He's got a big itch on his forearm. He's all sneezy. And Darius comes up and is like, "Oh, hey, Starkey, you owe me $20. But I paid you $20 yesterday." "No, you fucking didn't." "Yes, I did." And they call Georgie. And he's like, "Well, you were over yesterday. I paid Darius the $20, didn't I?" No, you didn't."
Okay.
Like, what the fuck?
There's something really weird is going on here.
K9 believes
Yes.
Starkey, but
He scans him. He says he's not lying.
anyway, so
Well, it's less scanning and more that he's like looking through his history, and it's like there's no history of Starkey lying, so therefore he must be telling the truth.
anyway,
know.
he's like, "Okay, fine. This time I'm gonna pay you, and K9, you record it, so I know that I fucking paid you." But K9 doesn't get to record it because there was a temporal error.
Yeah, he lost 7 seconds.
And so then Starkey's up in his room, just having the normal time, like a normal, 12-year-old, 12, 13-year-old, however old he is. Normal, like, tween kid would. He's just Googling schizophrenia.
For kids. It's for kids.
Yeah. By the way, he's 14. I think they're all pretty much 14.
Yeah, Georgie's
except
definitely
for,
14 because that's mentioned in one of the later episodes.
Okay, so they're early teens.
I think Darius is a little bit older, but I'm
That
not
would make
entirely
sense because he's kind of like the big brother of the group.
Yeah. But it turns out what's wrong with Starkey and why he's got all itchy and sneezy is because of he's got alien shit in his blood.
Yeah.
We've gone from schizophrenia research to human experimentation
Oh boy!
Yeah, and
for kids.
I hate to do this. The Timeless Child 2020. Have I been muted for that?
No, she left. Rain, put this up. Rain, put that in.
That's it. I'm sorry, I didn't expect to leave because of that.
Remember that joke you made at the beginning where you're like, your one weakness is you keep getting cancelled?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I had to do it.
Tell everyone what Griffin's theory is.
Hang on, I'm looking up remove friend on Discord.
Oh, come on now.
Here I am trying to move things along.
I don't remove you when you play Mariah Carey all the time. Yeah, fair enough.
Hey, we don't see Mariah the car in
We don't.
batch episodes. We don't see Mariah Carey in this episode.
Oh my god.
But we do yeah. But we do have...
That's a stretching for you, Frez.
I know.
But yes, Griffin wants to find out exactly what's going on with Starkey. He takes some blood using absolutely no needles whatsoever because the future. Woo.
And also, kids show. We
and
can't show it on TV. But
Well, yes, that too. Even though I'm pretty sure they show tons of blood later on, but whatever. Anyways, weird shit's going on with this blood because there's little alien bits in there, which obviously Darius is like, yes, I knew you were an alien mutant. And everybody's like, no, you fucking idiot. He's not an alien mutant. He's just a human with some alien stuff inside of him. And
so
this is where
he's
we get
alien! I knew it!
Well, this is where we get some Starkey backstory.
yeah.
So Griffins talks about alien immunology, where this one couple experimented on themselves and their son in order to try to make themselves essentially immune to alien stuff. Which it would seem that this is what Starkey is experiencing, is some sort of immune response towards alien stuff. Gee, how ironic that that couple had a child who was a boy that they experimented on. Wow, Starkey does not know who his parent. It's his parents.
It's a mystery.
It's his parents.
It's a Mr. E.
Anyway, here's a beat that you've seen 1,000 times before in other shows, but it's so quick that it's like, why did they even bother? So the portal activates again, and Starkey's like, oh shit, the portal's activated again. K9, what do I do? And K9's like recharging,
Recalibrating.
And he's like,
Recalibrating.
shit. Now of all times. Oh wait, I know what you did. You vented the blood. Yeah, and he recites the technobabble bullshit that K9 said yesterday. But because it's a fucking time loop, Griffin comes in and catches him, and he's like, what the hell are you doing? Oh, the thing activated, and I shut it down just like yesterday. It didn't activate yesterday! You've been fucking with my time machine!
So Stark actually leaves because of the accusation.
And it's like, not even a minute later, fucking Griffin is like, what, I'm a fucking idiot. Of course Starkey wasn't fucking with the time machine. I should have trusted him. And it's like, you've seen these plots before where there's a misunderstanding. It's like, I prejudge you and I don't trust you because of this misunderstanding. Well, instead of talking about it, I'm going to leave angrily and create needless conflict that we're going to resolve and we just sit down and talk. That sort of bullshit.
I mean, he thought that he was trying to find his parents because he gave him the photograph. Or rather, he told him he got the photograph later.
You've seen this photograph yet.
Yeah, sorry.
You've seen this kind of a needless conflict 1,000 times before in other shows, but like, it's so fucking fast that I don't even know why they bothered.
Thankfully, they
a minute later, minute later, of his own accord, Griffin is like, "I'm an idiot. I should have trusted Starkey."
Well, Georgie actually resolves this because she's in her room, her house, possibly grounded. They don't say that. And
I mean, she
says,
a lot.
Everywhere's losing time. No, it's just us. No, everywhere. And how do they do this? I kind of love and hate them in equal measure for this.
No, this is brilliant. This is a brilliant joke.
Yeah, the TV news broadcast, and he apologises for showing the King's birthday message twice.
Well, some people missed it the first time, and then other people got it twice.
It was missed the first time, and also it was shown twice. Then he interviews a spokeswoman for a train company.
All the trains are running on time.
Yeah.
Even the ones that are hours late always arrive on time.
Some are arriving before they even leave.
Clearly something is horribly wrong with time. All the trains in London are functioning perfectly.
Yeah, I mean, this is hilarious given that we just had strikes. Where a large portion of the trains didn't run at all because of it. So, yeah, I appreciate this joke, but also I hate this joke.
I just don't love it. Anyway, Starkey has gone down into the cellar to investigate temporal fuckery, and he finds snakeskin. Alien snakeskin.
And there are these weird tracks in the, for some reason, sand that's down there that look a lot like a snake slithering. So obviously it's a werewolf.
Hit the button, cat.
Hit the button, cat?
Hit the...
Oh, that button, yes.
Thank you. Griffin at least apologizes for mistrusting Starkey here, but again, I'm like, this beat is so it's brought up and resolved so quick that it's like, it's almost like writers gotta eat, except it's only a fucking minute in a kid's show. It's like,
who wrote this script? Hallmark?
And here comes
here
comes a plot point that is a little bit awkward in 2022.
Oh yeah.
How are we going to stop this evil time snake? Well, one of us has been...
Which, by the way, this is Oroborus, the cosmic serpent, a predator that leeches time from things. So it literally is an evil time snake. Hey, someone's been watching Kinda.
I was going to say, it's nice to see the Mara got to work after that went south.
But yeah, you were saying, Rain, about
Yeah,
I mean, it's
Oroborus.
only kinda based on the Mara.
Oh.
Ah!
Hit the rim shot. Thank you.
Jesse Cox is a furry. Jesse Cox is a furry.
Okay,
just
finally,
said that.
I know which one was you, which was the soundboard.
Nipples!
I still know, because here's the little secret. Your
You
name
can look
lights
at
up on
fucking Discord.
Yeah, your name lights up on Discord when you speak. Busted. Copyright
Okay, but
also busted.
Okay, but can you tell when you're not looking at the circles?
Alright, I'll try it. My eyes are shut.
Jesse Cox is a furry. Jesse Cox is a furry.
First one was you, second was the soundboard.
Yeah. He's good. He's good. Talk about the show.
Yeah, okay. The major plot point that's a bit awkward to talk about. Starkey is the only one that can go and deal with the snake, because he's the only one that's been vaccinated and actually used that word. He has alien antibodies in his system, and therefore he's immune to the snake. But get this, if the vaccine isn't 100% effective, he'll just be eaten by it. They're basically putting him out as bait. A nice tasty time snack for the snake.
And, well, so Starkey bravely goes down into the cellar to lure it to right underneath the vortex, the TSM thing, so that when they, whatever, the discombobulator fucking thing, they turn it on upstairs and it'll suck the snake in from downstairs. And so we see the snake, and that sure is a CGI snake.
It is, yeah. He finds the snake from Randy Orton's WrestleMania entrance.
More like Randall Snorton.
Oh, come on now. He's all right.
It's definitely an interesting snake. It has a lot of teeth. Like, a lot of teeth.
It's okay as CGI goes.
I mean,
It's a weird amount of teeth. Well, it's better than what happens in the last oak tree, that's for sure.
Yes. I will give you that immediately.
Yeah, so Starkey lures the thing in, they hit the switch, they pull the Oroborus snake back through time, and they're like, oh, Starkey. Oh, he's fine, again with the, oh no, something might happen. Oh, wait, 30 seconds later we fixed it.
I mean, children's show. Come on there.
Yeah, and then the episode ends, and Griffin's like, oh, here's a picture of those scientists I was talking about, by the way. Hope you're
the
doing
ones
okay.
who look almost exactly like him.
I love the fact that this episode ends with Starkey reenacting the Wolverine meme.
Oh my god. Well, that's Oroborus for us then.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
It's not the best episode of the four that we got to talk about.
I mean, let's be fair. At some point, they would have to have something that wasn't as good. And, when you have a batch of episodes like this, it's going to happen.
It's better than that Anubis episode.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's fucking better than that Anubis episode. Holy fucking shit. I just remembered that thanks to you telling me about it. Holy fucking shit, that episode was so bad.
But it's not as good as what we're about to talk about now, which is Alien Avatar.
Yeah.
Hey, this is like the K9 show's version of fucking Orphan 55.
Don't say it. Oh.
It's the pollution episode.
You could have said Praxeus.
I did. I said them both.
It's even better than that, Frez. This is an episode about somebody polluting the Thames, which is a Tuesday.
The
Isn't
Thames.
it always polluted
The
anyways?
Thames.
the
Thames.
I don't know how to fucking pronounce it.
The
American.
River Thames.
The Thames.
Thames.
That's
Why
how
did they
you-
spell it like that?
I mean, you're joking about
because they're British.
your
Cat.
point about. Shut up. Your point about it being a Tuesday is accurate.
I mean, Cat is sitting here like, what the fuck? They spell color with a U? What kind of shit country is this?
I was going to say, what the hell? They spell colour with no U. They pronounce aluminium aluminum. What the hell is this country?
Pronounce the U in color. Pronounce the U for me.
Okay, tell me what's the volume in Aluminum. Where's the aluminum, cat?
That's where it is. Aluminum.
Aluminium. There's an I in it. There's another I in it.
Aluminum.
Okay, do you spell it with
No.
one I?
Time for
Yes.
the fight music.
One of these things is not like the others. So, yeah,
That's you too fun. Show me the second eye and I'll
No, see, he wouldn't have a chance because I'm a chef. I have knives.
potato. Let's call the whole thing off.
Show me where the E is in potato.
Don't you stop.
You say potato, and I say potato. You say tomato, and I say tomato.
Meanwhile, we're not going to talk about how Newfoundland butchers language. Let's talk about the pollution episode.
Let's talk about the fact all the fish are dead. So, Stark is taking K9 out to fish. They encounter the two of the robot coppers. Hilarity ensues. Hello. What's all this then?
They're basically insulting the fantastic art of fishing, and I happen to enjoy fishing, so I'm annoyed by this.
Do you? I didn't know that about you.
Yeah, I like fishing.
Good for you.
I don't get to do it often because I live in a desert.
I was gonna say, but good for you nonetheless.
Hey, up in Newfoundland, our economy was entirely built on fishing. Then the fishery collapsed because we almost fished the fish to extinction, causing 30 years of economic downturn.
But it's okay. It's okay because Greenpeace solved everything by dropping a boulder in the sea.
What?
Did you not see that story?
No, I did not see
They
that story.
they put a boulder barrier in the sea off the coast of France this past week to stop fishermen. I think the idea
They do know that people can go around the boulder,
I think the
right?
idea is it breaks trawler nets. It destroys the equipment. So
Also the fact that by dropping the boulder, they may have killed even more fish.
I mean, it's
But then
Greenpeace. I don't really
have
think
to-
about that.
Yes.
We got to do
It's the same.
something. Well, what about this other thing? No, we have to do something.
Are these the same people who were against the seal hunt up here?
I have no idea.
I know
Anyway.
they're not the same people who are cementing themselves to the road.
No,
Anyway,
that's a Stygia rebellion.
Anyway, speaking of dead fish,
Oh, hey, dead fish.
Yeah, the river has dried up and all the fish are dead,
they're
I
like,
don't think it's dried up. I think the fish just flopped onto land.
making fishing.
and they're coated in deadly fucking toxin, which Starkey picks up with a net and he bumps the fish against K9 and it, like electroshocks him and leaves a rust stain.
Yeah.
This shit,
It's
yeah. Don't
corrosive.
And then we cut from this serious moment to Georgie singing badly.
Oh.
I don't even know what the hell she's supposed to be singing. This is their version of futuristic music.
I
and
don't
it
think she
sucks.
knows either.
You know, Frizz, it kind of sounds a little bit like this. Oh, that's gonna be our new Jenny.
That's.
I love it. I love it.
I'm very confused now.
None of you know what Jenny is.
Well, she was a friend of mine.
Can we even start to explain why Jenny is so funny to us?
There ain't no
I
motive.
think
For this.
I can try. I can try.
There ain't no motive for this crime.
In the Hatful Boyfriend, the pigeon dating simulator, which Kat made me voice, there's a murderous yandere sort of pigeon, Dr. Shu, who kills your protagonist and cuts off her head. And then I made up a little running gag where he holds up the head and he makes the head talk like the head is really talking. And I did this voice, which is the Conqueror voice. You might know the Conqueror voice for Dr. Shu, which I'll put down into this register like this. And then, so when he gets the head, he's like talking like this because it's a girl's voice, you see. And then I called her Jenny, and then for some reason I started singing Tommy 2 Tones 8675309, and it's like, Jenny, I've got your number. And then Bremen broke me that you and I chorus because you chorus, but you get the idea.
Okay.
And then history was made, and now every single time I hear 8675309, I start hysterical.
They played it at the wedding, Cat. They played that at the wedding.
Yeah, they did.
I thought of you.
I mean, it's kind of bold of you to give out your phone number like that.
Oh, we're gonna have to do those games again because I lost the archive footage of it.
I paid you back, damn it.
And
I
then
did Holiday Star last year, for Christ's sake.
And then Frezno ran for the hills and was never seen again.
I'm just packing up my bag. We're gonna go back to the city for another 9 days and wait for all of this to blow up.
This is generally the first time I've heard that Jenny impression, and I'm floored.
Isn't it fantastic?
That's incredible.
675-309.
For the second time in about 5 minutes. That's incredible. But anyway, back to the Griffin. Back to the House of Griffin. Yeah, George is singing badly. Darius is trying to steal library books and sell them. And Griffin catches him. Then Griffin insults Georgie. Just saying, like, I've got these lessons and these lessons. Do you think you can have vocal lessons at some time? Jesus.
And she's like, gets all excited, like, you really think I could? No.
God. Anyway, then Darius sees some fucking aliens.
Yeah, these things are quite. He actually does. He's taken them back to the library. He actually gets the books again, I think. And there's the two aliens. They appear and they vanish.
Outside the secondhand bookstore with the books, and then the aliens appear.
Yeah, so he's freaked out by this. Starkey is taking readings of the dead fish, and they find an extraterrestrial toxin in the fish, Quailon 37. And then
K9 is a little fucked up.
Actually, the toxin is chinium. It is a corrosive byproduct of the manufacture of Quailon 37.
My apologies, yeah. And then Darius gets a great joke.
K9 is fucked up from it because he got talked to. Yeah, K9's fucked up from being touched by it. So fucked up, in fact, that. God.
What?
You know what happens in the scene, don't you?
Yeah. Oh yes, the fart joke.
He farts.
Because it's British humour, get it? No.
Yeah, we sure got it when Peter Kay did it, huh?
Darius also gets a funny joke about Quailon 38.
Well, we should also mention that this is actually pretty dangerous because K9 says that if this stuff continues to build up, 85% of life in the Thames Valley will die.
Thank
so,
you.
all two things that live there.
But, there's an entire fucking populated city with like 10 million people. Right surrounding the river
Thames.
Oh, they're just British people. It's fine.
Holy shit, Cat! That's even dark for me.
I can't continue. Jenny, take over, please.
You want me to do the podcast in this? Okay.
No,
so
I think you might permanently break me if you do that.
He's talking to the Robocops. And they've got the aliens locked up
why does he
in their basement. I know that because
What? Wait a minute. Why does she sound like the little guy from Xenoblade?
I don't know, I'm just doing this fucking voice on the fly.
Why does she sound like Ricky?
I don't fucking know.
I think Kat is dying live on air, so good job with that.
I think I better do the podcast in an oral voice, or this will be a two-person show.
I think.
Breathe.
Well, thank you for correcting us to the podcast tonight.
All right, let's keep going then.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Why?
I thought we were going to lose you for a second there.
Wouldn't
No,
want that,
okay,
would
what?
we? No, it'll be good.
So, don't push your luck. So yeah, June confronts Drake because Drake has been torturing an unseen figure, or a CPPC under Drake's control has been torturing an unseen figure.
Well, less torture and more the fact that he's once again sticking his nose into her business when he shouldn't be doing that because he's just the head of security. And she's the head of Aeolian, shit.
Yeah.
Which, surprise, surprise, the next 3 episodes we're talking about, all of them are basically, Drake, what are you doing here? I'm just sticking my nose where it doesn't belong. Don't you worry, Inspector June.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, we probably should also mention that throughout this entire series, instead of calling them aliens, they call all the alien ships fallen angels.
Yeah.
I don't get it either.
The Fallen Angel was an actual thing, but I think it's in France. So maybe it's the design of the spaceships look like fallen angels. I don't know. But,
Well, anyway, the aliens show up again, and they shoot Starkey.
the Meads.
For some fucking reason.
He goes blind for some reason.
Well, he doesn't go... He goes...
He gets
blind.
vertigo.
Yeah, they induce vertigo in him.
Why do they do this?
So that he can't
I
go
don't
and
know.
immediately help him out. It's to split up the cast.
Oh, okay.
I think the end world purpose is because they were getting too close to the pipe and could have been seriously hurt by it.
Okay.
But I don't honestly know.
Anyway, so these guys are called Meads,
Yeah.
and they don't show any registered life signs because they're actually... What they've been seeing all episode isn't actually them, but they're projected avatars.
They're alien avatars. Ooh.
Yeah, so that's the title of the episode or something.
It's like that movie with the blue people that was also about environmentalism and being anti-military.
Don't
Oh,
remind
you
me
mean
of that film.
Pocahontas?
Do not remind me of that.
Pocahontas, but even more fucking anti-capitalist and
Do
anti-military.
not remind me of the way that film ends, please.
Oh, you mean Dances with Wolves?
But hey, I really like that movie.
Oh, you mean just...
Okay, I only saw it like a couple months ago.
I know it. You mean this is Mulan, right?
No, I'm talking about Avatar.
I know!
It's Avatar.
Well, I mean, they're coming up with a sequel soon, so.
Don't fuck it up, Jimmy.
Oh, for God's sakes.
I'm just gonna lie down and.
We're going to have to ban that
sort of
voice, I
take
think,
part in
because
this.
it's giving Cat the vapors, let's be honest here.
It's mirroring the
Excuse
episode.
you?
It's mirroring the episode because now Starkey has vertigo and needs to lie down. So Cat also needs to lie down because I'm doing this fucking voice.
I know where you live,
I've warned you before.
and I will send you weird shit.
I mean, I understand this threat, but also, like,
I
you
know
always-
a place where I can put your face on a potato and then send it to you. Don't tempt me, sir.
I believe you because you sent me the pillow cage.
I mean, your birthday is coming up. You are about to be 30 blank, so...
Yeah. I mean, look, I will behave, but I know also that that's not going to stop me from getting weird shit in the mail from you.
I mean, I could send the weird shit this time. You never know.
So what you're saying is you don't want the flip-flops that are shaped like giant fish.
What?
That seems interesting, but impractical.
I'll get you a picture.
I'm sure there's a point to this reference, but...
So K9 is going to follow the poison pipeline to its source.
No reason, just a threat,
A threat.
a promise.
Alright.
Yeah, well, K9... Oh my god.
That's Yeah, that's certainly something.
I get the impression that somebody saw the word slippers and misread it as kippers.
Oh, God.
That sure is a set of footwear. But,
Rainiac, talk about the show.
yeah. So, Griffin and Starkey stay in the house to guide K9, who's with Georgie and Darius. And they get a surprise visitor at the house of Griffin. June is here. And they're like, oh God, what's the department interfering with? No, this is not the department. This is Drake. This is all Drake. He's got the spaceship. He's got this molecular refractor thing that the ship needs to dematerialize. And he's gone rogue. And if he gets this technology, he could spy on anyone without ever being seen. So, this is bad. We need to work together and deal with it.
So he's Amazon.
Griffin actually leaves the house briefly to talk to her, to distract her, because they're trying to not make it so that she discovers that her daughter is involved in the operation. But
we should probably also mention that Griffin has extreme agoraphobia.
Yeah, and it briefly doesn't manifest here because he actually goes out to talk to June, but then it manifests again when they go to try and help.
Rain, I don't know if this is going to interrupt the thought of the episode and should go to a blooper reel or not, but given how we opened the show, if I have to see this, so do you.
Ah!
Okay.
Well, I'm not sleeping tonight. Just going to scroll back up to the big doggo. There we go. Normality restored.
All right then.
Okay, so, yeah. Georgie and Darius do get caught by Drake's CCPCs.
I love this, the random hazmat guy leading this crew. He's just, the most cartoonishly evil dude.
Oh, the bald-headed guy?
Yeah, he's just like, whoa! But unironically, as he's kidnapped 2 fucking teenagers and tied them up.
He would not be out of place on a show like Power Rangers or VR Troopers, I'm being honest with you.
We'll be talking about shit that won't be out of place in Power Rangers next episode.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then VR Troopers did on after that.
But anyway, the resolution of the show, then.
Yeah, so they've been captured. Darius is trying to bite through Georgie's ropes with his teeth.
And she's like, "Ew, your drool on my wrist."
I'm sorry, I'm with Darius here. This is actually quite a clever idea.
No, it's not bad.
Must. He doesn't quite manage it before K9 comes in and insults him. But
and then, shoots the ropes loose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because K9 has gone down into a pipeline full of chanium, and it's affecting him badly. But finally, before he's about to succumb, he sees the meats, avatars.
Yes.
And they have a conversation, which
in their language.
Which involves a lot of beeping and blooping and subtitles on the screen, as from K9's POV. But eventually, they go up and he frees the kids. June shows up and she arrests the bald, evil, villainous fella, and then they let the real Mees out of jail with their thing back.
This is interesting, given what's going to happen in later episodes that you haven't seen yet. But this is the first example of June going against the department's wishes, because she needs an override to turn the CCPCs off, or at least to get them to let the 2 kids go, including her daughter.
Yep.
And then she actually apologizes to the aliens.
Yes.
Character growth. Did we mention Drake's scheme in terms of why he was doing this?
Yeah, he'd spy on anyone.
Spy on anyone.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I might have spaced out a bit when I was talking like this.
We all did. Don't worry about it.
Stop that! Damn it! I want to get through this with some air in my lungs.
I think you will actually kill her if you do that too often, so please don't.
I almost said, and I'll do this in the normal voice, I don't have any air in my lungs, I'm just a head.
Oh,
in the voice.
I'm glad you did that in a normal voice, but
And anyway, the Meads also, they're nice and they clean up all the pollution. Hooray! Pollution is solved.
if only they had these guys for Praxis,
Hey!
if only they had these guys in Praxis, eh?
If only.
And then it ends with Starkey wanting to go fishing again. Also, Georgie might be grounded, but she might not.
Yes.
She says, "I don't know whether to daughter, I don't know whether to thank you or ground you." And she's like, "The first one, please."
Which I mean, given that we only see her in her bedroom for the next episode, maybe it was grounding.
Maybe, but again,
Maybe.
production order, episode order, it might not be the same thing.
Anyway, hey, it's the kids' pollution episode.
So Starkey asks Kenna, "Do you want to go fishing?" Kenna says, "No, I don't think I will."
There better be a picture up there of Captain America. That's all I'm saying.
Of course, there will be.
So our next episode then is Aeolian.
This is so fun.
Hey!
This is wild.
Oh, I kind of like where the weird. This thing goes places.
And we begin again
It
with
does.
Georgia having no taste in music.
Darius either, really.
He's, I don't know, he can kind of hold a note.
Yeah, a very loud one.
He's playing guitar and
Well-
it goes wrong. Then we cut to Georgie's bedroom. She's listening to music on the stereo, and then there's this very loud interference sound. And her mother tells her to switch it off.
And she's also like, "This room is a mess. You need to clean it up." Blah, 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 blah,
This
blah.
room is a disaster area. My God.
We've all been told that by our parents at some time, haven't we?
Yes,
Yeah,
we
pretty
have.
much.
Yes.
But it's
we
that phrase. But yeah, storms are raging across the United Kingdom. Don't make the obvious joke, please.
There's an obvious joke to be made.
If you can't see it, we'll just move on.
I really can't.
Oh, will you stop? So anyway, Griffin gathers Starkey, and they're analysing the sound waves, and he says, "I think the hurricane's caused by singing." And then Georgie gets a ceiling fall on her.
You know, for kids.
And the prop of this looks hilariously cheap and bad.
Yay.
Like it's just a wooden plastic board they've painted over.
Hey, Rain, remember when you asked me to stop?
Yes. Oh no! I just see that picture again. God damn it! Oh. Scrolling back.
No.
Scrolling back
How
up to.
horrible.
Scrolling back up to the huge doggo. Scrolling back up to the huge doggo again. Davey, let me see the doggo, please. For the sake of my sanity, let me see the doggo. Right, so.
So, Griffin has a pretty gonzo line. He's like, "Oh, the storm is being caused by music. Music and the weather, they're the same thing."
He does.
Sure.
And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, and Darius is, to his credit, Darius is like, "What on earth are you talking about, Professor?"
Well, I can kind of see where he's coming from. The weather is full of hot air, and so are most musicians.
I like that. We're bringing it back. We're saving it. We're turning it around.
But yes, K9 mentions that this sounds like it could be one of the title card Aeolians. They're considered to be masters of amplification, but as far as he knows, they're all extinct, or at least they should be. Dun dun dun.
Oh yeah, by the way, I got proof that music and the weather are the same thing. Look at it! Look! There's all kinds of tornadoes and weather storms happening around London, and they're all caused by music.
That is not loading.
Well, click it.
I knew that there was going to be something synth figure in this at some
Oh yeah,
point.
yeah, fair
I just
enough.
knew it.
Symphogear. Oh, hey, that show that you two need to watch some more of.
Ugh.
Wow, look at the time.
And that's why I haven't seen Endgame yet.
Fuck Marvel. Watch Symphogear.
Bitching and bitching and bitching and bitching and
So
bitching.
Griffin manages to pinpoint that the sound seems to be coming from the Holy Cross Cathedral, and then we cut to the department. Yay.
And bitching.
Drake is back. Yay. The Thames Valley.
You're just defiant at this point.
And bitching. All right, is that my system now?
Now there's a whole bunch of cyclones going on, and it's destroyed the Royal Albert Hall in Hyde Park.
I'm bitching.
Oh no. You shut the fuck up.
By my silence, permanently.
And of course, Drake is the ultimate asshole, and he's immediately like, it must be Griffin, because he's a mad scientist. And June's like, well, that's not legal. And he says, I don't give a shit.
We'll
I'm
make
gonna
it
arrest him
legal.
for it.
He claims to he single-handedly caused the Great Cataclysm. And Jude's like, well, hang on a minute. He was one of several scientific brains that were behind that.
Is this a thing that I forgot from previous episodes?
The very first one.
I see.
There's talk of the Great Cataclysm, and that's why Griffin is working for the department.
Okay.
They kind
Bunch of weird shit.
We forgot to mention,
happened,
didn't we, in the last one? June and Starkey go out to try and help Georgie and Darius, and then Griffin runs after them, and then has to close the doors again because he's agoraphobic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but now we get to cut to something much more lighthearted. A small child crying because she's afraid she might die under the piece of ceiling that fell on her. And she's unable to reach any form of communication.
She does manage to get to the dog whistle eventually.
For kids!
It's a children's show.
Yeah. Darius gets an interesting bit here where they load up a schematic of the cathedral. This is where the sound is being amplified from. And he rattles off some techno speak, and Darius is like, could you dumb it down, Professor? So it's like a big, what do you call it?
Resonating chamber?
Sound well?
Mm.
He uses the language of music that Darius can understand, basically.
Big cathedral, sound good.
Yeah, and not quite that dumbed down.
Good acoustics in big cathedral.
Me want
It's
title
almost like
match.
they built it so that it would have really good amplification.
Me do voice and break cat.
I'm going to fucking come after you, I swear to fuck.
I will flip a table in a minute. This has gone so far off the rails.
Okay.
Anyway. We've got to stop this Jenny thing, please.
Alright, I'll behave.
Yeah, okay. So it's the mating call of the female Aovian coming from the cathedral. I'm talking over you now. Yeah, mating call of the female Aeolian.
Yeah.
So Darius and Starkey argue about who's going to go and help. Save
George.
Yeah, because they go with K9 to deal with the cathedral. But then George's distress call comes in and like, we got to go save her. I'll go save her. No, I'll go save her. No, I'm Spartacus.
And K9's like, shut up, both of you. Starkey, you're coming with me. Darius, go save her.
Which he does. And this is a fairly heroic moment for Darius. Because he immediately, jumps into action, and he tries to lift the debris off that's restricting her, and he does a pretty good job at first. He gets it about half off of her, and then she's frightened, so he holds her hand. Then she passes out because he can't quite get it off the off of her. He did try. There's a weird cut, like 1 minute it's like off of her 45 degrees, and then the next minute it's back on her. So he calls Starkey for help, and they can't hear each other.
Because interference.
Yeah. Or rather, Starkey can hear Darius, but Darius can't hear Starkey. And Griffin gave Darius an emergency kit with 2 syringes in it. A blue one, which is a sedative, and a red one, which is a reviver. And so he's agonising over which one will save her, red or blue. Red or blue. And you won't get this reference, but he goes, it's red, lads, R-E-D, red.
See, I was thinking of a very different choice between red and blue.
Oh, not Kermit, please.
No, not fucking Kermit. The Matrix.
She takes the red pill and goes right back down the rabbit hole.
Let's face it, the correct choice is the brown pill because it's a chocolate-covered raisin.
Well, except that's wrong because the brown pill is actually the suppository.
Never eaten chocolate-covered raisins again. Thanks, Cat. That's out of my diet for good. Yeah, he gets the right syringe. He uses the red one on her. She wakes up.
Also, raisins are terrible. Just saying that.
Her life had flashed before her. I think this is gonna end several friendships today.
We're friends.
This is just a train wreck, but
What, me more than me doing that fucking voice and nearly causing Cat to suffocate?
I said several friendships. It implies there's multiple causes.
It's only a worry if you hear sun thump on my end.
It's only a worry if you hear.
Oh, my chest hurts. Right. Let's get to the end of this. So yeah, Georgie.
You didn't forbid me from that one, Cat.
Georgie is alive, but she almost died. So her life flashed before her eyes, and then she gets a very intimate moment with Darius, and they both say they've gotten close to a person at the mansion, and obviously Darius, thinks he's in here because it's obviously her. He's got the hots for her. He thinks she's got the hots for him too. And then she says, Starkey, and you can picture the exact moment his heart breaks in half.
Right now.
And I feel Darius is a bit of a roguish character that you're not meant to like at times, but here, I do feel sorry for him.
Yeah.
He just saved her life. He just saved her life, and she just stomped his heart out.
Harsh.
So it's like, who's your girlfriend? Oh, it's this French girl, Georgette. Lovely. But when the robot coppers turn up, and the robot coppers do turn up and rescue Georgie, and Darius does get her out of there, and she does thank him. But it's more like a brother-sister type thing than actual love.
Well, I would say just friends. Right?
Yeah, he's been friend-zoned. Darius has been friend-zoned.
Yeah.
This might be a spoiler for later episodes. Did they ever actually pay off this whole she loves Starkey thing?
Kind of. I think they kissed at some point, but it's like way, way off into the future.
Okay, that's all I needed to hear.
Anyway, speaking of love,
yeah. Meanwhile, back at the plot. Back at the plot, then.
Oh God, we finally see the Aeolian.
We do.
Shit.
Look at this design.
Oh, this could have come right out of Power Rangers.
Or Kamen Rider.
And any of those Sentais, Rubber Suit Monster. I'm gonna punch the shit out of you. That's cool.
I actually think this is a cool design, though.
Oh, it's cool. It's just, holy shit.
Particularly when we see her mate a few minutes later, because he's got a cravat.
The helmet.
They both have. They both have a cravat.
The helmet is what makes it feel so Power Rangers-y. It's like one of the most Power Rangers-y a Doctor Who
it's
alien
like
has
one
ever
big
felt.
red alien eye, isn't it? So
I think it's more the helmet. But either way, the Aeolian is playing the organ in the church to call for a mate. And it's like, oh, hey, we're getting a faint signal from a male Aeolian. Oh, shit, this is going to work. And then Drake walks in. It's an alien, stun it!
Yeah.
And, also, stopping the mating call from going through at this point will cause a feedback loop and destroy the planet Earth.
Yeah.
But Drake doesn't give a shit about that. It's an alien, kill it!
It will shatter the Earth like a wine glass, says K9. Drake doesn't care. At this point, the alien's been stunned, so Starkey gets into the organ, and he starts playing. He says, what do I play? Now, Starkey's been humming a tune in his head all day.
Yep.
And so he starts to play the organ, he starts to play the tune, and this is the tune that Starkey plays on the organ.
Oh, brisket. Okay.
The yo-yo master did not answer. She just kept on yoing.
So, taking our minds away from breakfast for a bit.
Breakfast!
Y'all started it. I'm
Breakfast!
just finishing it.
Yeah, we did. I can't blame you.
Yes,
So
but
Starkey continues playing because, the entire world's at stake, and K9 makes this nice little threat to liquidate Drake and
his gangsters.
the coppers.
He calls them his gangsters.
Which actually works and makes Drake put down, tell the coppers to stand down because, he's a weaselly little
He's a coward,
asshole.
yeah, exactly.
So, but thankfully, it works, and the male, I guess, male Aeolian arrives, and they merge into one, and then everything is back to normal, and everything's fantastic.
Also, the female alien thanks Starkey for the music and Abbastu's for copyright.
And then at the end, K9 becomes Hadaway.
Yes.
What is love?
Yes, because
Baby, don't hurt
he asks
me.
everyone and June, what is love, and they can't answer it.
Okay, one last time, Frez, can you sing that song in the voice?
Which song do
What
I need
is
to
love?
sing in the voice?
What is love?
Oh, you want me to sing what is... Jenny, what do you think love is? What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. No more.
Be right back, dying.
You asked
You
for
are
it
now
this time.
speaking to my ghost.
Oh.
You asked for it this time.
So
I'm
this
innocent.
story.
I know, I'm not complaining, I'm enjoying
She
it.
knows how to hurt herself. That's why. And a strong run of episodes ends with the last oak tree.
I'm
I'm not a masochist, it's about the power.
No, Powers and Chainsaw.
And this
Have
is
you
kind
seen
of
her,
cool,
Chris?
given that it's set in the year 2050. Georgie and Starkey and K9 are in a virtual reality forest, Sherwood Forest, inside a museum. So here's the VR Troopers bit. They meet Robin Hood.
Yes, you have.
Yeah, Mark Gatiss is a stealing hat because Robin Hood is treated like he's a real person. What? But then the virtual reality Robin starts glitching out, and then everyone's like, please leave the museum immediately, we're under attack. So they do. They take their headsets off and run out. Apart from Georgie and Starkey and K9, of course, who go to investigate, and they find the oak tree has been taken. The last oak tree in existence.
And the Robo-Cops are going apeshit.
They're going
So
crazy,
more
yes.
Orphan 55 bullshit where it's the last oak tree that will exist.
Because we cut down all the other oak trees. Hey kids, doing environmentalism before it's too late.
Yes. What he said.
The Lorax comes up onto the stump and it's like, this is bullshit.
But there's this weird residue that was left behind, and they take a sample of it back. And, oh look! Why, who's that at the department poking their nose into the investigation and taking it over for malicious purposes? Surely it's not
Drake.
Inspector Drake!
It's the big boys. The big boys are here to play. He actually says that, by the way. I'm not making a joke.
He's not that big. He looks really short. To me.
Radiac, this isn't us playing a DDD versus K rule match in Smash Bros.
Deep cut, but okay. So he gets the coppers to treat the curator as a suspect. So Tom Baker is arrested, and
we also have the subplot of Griffin wants his mail because he's going to get an invitation to some scientific event, which he full well has no plan of going to because, again, he's agoraphobic, but it's a comfort to be invited.
Yeah, it's tradition.
Yeah.
It's tradition. Like, he sees it as a
tradition.
tradition.
Is the mail here? Oh, did I get any mail today? No, you didn't get any mail today, Professor. Oh.
It's kind of like when you have a group of friends and they start making plans with each other in front of somebody and that person's just left out and sitting there all sad because, maybe you would like to, join in as well, but it seems really selfish to ask and join in because, they have their own stuff going on. But it seems really intrusive to ask to be included, but also you kind of want to be invited, so then you don't have to worry about that whole social stigma. Although you're not going anyways because you really don't like parties, but it still feels nice to be invited.
And it's also, tradition and routine for him. It's a part of his yearly ritual.
Yeah, as we find out, someone stole the
I'm
professor's
calling anybody out on anything.
Okay.
I mean, I'm innocent. I'm innocent. All I've been doing is this fucking voice.
Oh, for God's sakes!
That's my only crime. So, yeah, speaking of crimes, someone stole the professor's mail. Man.
Yeah, and then they test the substance they found at the museum, and it's papier-mâché.
Which, what?
So why is this thing targeting like paper and wood? If it can do that to recycle paper,
it's not just paper mache. It's also actually sending out an EMP signal, which is kind of bad considering it starts to fry stuff around it.
That too, but that's okay. K9's impervious to EMP pulse.
Ish.
To EMP bullshit.
Ish.
Impervious-ish.
Ish, as we'll find. But so the kids and K9 go down into the tunnels to investigate. K9's like, oh, my systems are functioning normally. K9, your fucking vision is like glitching out. No, I'm functioning at optimum efficiency. I swear. Doubt. They find some gross slime, and then Starkey gets separated from Darius and Georgie. And after running around alone, Shadow is on the tunnel wall, and then something gets him. Ooh.
What does Darius call Starkey? It's like a really weird name.
I think Starkey is a name that he gave himself.
No.
Really sure.
Like Darius is a really weird term to describe Starkey.
Oh,
I didn't write it down. I don't know.
I don't remember.
It's something like something reject or something like that, but
I don't know.
Yeah. So
oh no, it's dork something. It's dork. Dork reality. That's it. Dork reality.
Reality. Jesus Christ. So Starkey is now caught in an alien pod, and right next to him is the mailman.
Yeah, postman.
His name is Patrick.
His name is Patrick.
You're a postman named Pat.
They've got a character called Postman Pat. Excuse me, just 1 second, guys.
You realize we have the button for that.
Yeah, it's a
The
placeholder.
part that really gets me about this is that it's quite obviously an Aliens reference. There are these guys who are trapped to a wall. There's a weird alien queen creature, and there's a bunch of eggs on the floor.
Yeah, it's Aliens for kids. Which, the last time they.
I mean, to be fair, they keep pumping out all these alien-themed like action figures and shit. So
yeah, I mean,
apparently, Alien is also for kids.
I mean, back in the 90s, they had fucking RoboCop toys too,
I know.
and Terminator toys. So
Yeah.
Hey kids, look at these R-rated movies with lots of blood and violence. You can buy the action figure.
Yeah. So, what's been going on here? What's been doing this?
It's a big CGI centipede.
Centuripede.
It's a bad CGI centipede.
It's very bad CGI centipede.
Centuripede? You mean phalanx?
How did we go from the snake in Oroborus to this?
I love that you I think
Budget.
you either completely glossed over.
No, I got it. I just chose to ignore it.
It genuinely stopped you for a second.
Yes, it did. A lot of things stopped me tonight.
Then I've done it. Then I've done a good job.
Your work here is done.
See, it momentarily stopped you for a second, unlike Kat, who doesn't get momentarily stopped by breaks when I do this.
Will you?
You started.
I just want to get to the end of this, please.
Okay,
Please.
there's a big CGI centipede, and there's little baby alien eggs.
Yeah.
The alien's here to transport her eggs back into space, and needed an oak forest to do it, but The tree in the museum was the last oak tree, so it's like, oh, it's very sad. This is the last time we'll ever see these space centipedes because we destroyed all our oak trees.
On Earth, anyway.
If only we had planted more trees,
I think
then none of this would have happened.
I think the implication is that it will survive on other planets.
Yeah.
When did Mr. Beast have that whole tree thing? What year was that?
I have no idea when I don't pay attention to what that man does. He made Squid Game real, for Christ's sakes.
Oh, God.
When you make Squid Game real, you're the fucking problem that Squid Game is talking about.
Yes, you are, actually. So anyway, at this point...
Okay, Team Trees was 2019. Okay. It was only 2019. Shit. Feels like it was forever ago.
Blows my mind that 2019 was 3 years ago now.
So, Jude has actually gone to see Griffin at this point. Griffin gets a nice line about how the department are all incompetent because he's already figured out exactly what's going on. So they are watching this scene play out as the kids are talking with not talking with the Centuripede, but they're witnessing the Centuripede. And then Drake arrives to mess everything up with a big...
poison gas?
Yeah, a big poison gas canister. Because Jude says, if Drake... The Centuripede's history, and so's K9 if he's still there in 4 minutes, because Drake's going to guess it. Why? God knows. He's evil, I guess.
Because I'm evil.
Sure. Which is weird because not only does this thing emit a toxic gas, but it also is an actual bomb, so it also explodes. Like, why do you need both?
Because he's that extra. It's a kid's show.
So the kids are supposed to run.
Yeah.
Starkey's going to stay with K9.
And save the
well, really, he's gonna stay with the Centuripede because family has to be together.
Yeah. Darius therefore runs off, and the postman just picks up Georgie. The postman thinks that Georgie is Darius's girlfriend. She shouts that she definitely is not. Friendzone twice in 2 episodes. Damn, son. And
yeah.
Basically, yeah. The gas goes off. The Centuripede appears to die. K9 is blasting the gas with his laser to try and fend it off as long as possible. How that even works, God knows. But the laser runs out of power.
Magic.
Oh no, Starkey has totally been blown up along with the Centuripede. Whatever's gonna happen, oh no! Wait, what's that?
Well, what's that?
I'll tell you what's gonna happen. Shining neon Wattos.
Oh God!
See, I
You're
was
not wrong.
You said don't shiny on was. I was thinking of the Yu-Gi-Oh card Photon Papi Operative.
Oh my God.
Yes, because so many people would know exactly what the hell you're talking about.
Well, they will when I put the picture on the
Watto,
screen, Cat.
Nobody knows what Watto is.
They'll know when I put the pictures on the screen.
A racist cartoon, that's what Watto is.
Caricature, but yes.
But okay, look. I didn't mind the CGI on the centipede thing. I didn't mind it that much, it's average CGI. Now, the thing that comes out of the fucking sewer, on the other hand, is like, what?
I bring you love!
Yeah.
It's bringing love! Don't let it get away!
It's bringing love! Shoot it down, now!
And so a whole bunch of fucking bad CGI alien butterflies fly out of the sewer and up into space with their little baby.
Yeah, the bomb goes off. The bomb goes off after this. It's like,
oh no!
There's no way Starkey would have survived. There's absolutely no way he could be alive right now. Isn't that a beautiful sight, guys? He's just behind them.
Starkey, how did you get away? I escaped.
No, he hitched a ride with the aliens.
Yes, and oh hey, they gave me some acorns to repopulate the oak trees, so we can save the planet and not destroy all of the trees.
They're not just acorns. They're from Robin Hood's time.
Oh boy!
And we end.
Can I just say, how is it that in one season, they managed to have not only, for right now, 2 different environmental episodes, but they're also more subtle than the actual TV show that this is based off of?
I mean, I wouldn't call this one exactly subtle.
Well, it's still more subtle because they're not beating you upside the head saying, save the fucking trees, you piece of shit, save the trees. They're just like, oh, look, we have these acorns so we can plant more trees. That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's a lot more subtle, and therefore I think it's a lot better as a result. And we end with some comedy, some actually quite funny comedy at that. Because Darius, as he was climbing out of the sewer, found the postman's mailbag. So he's hunting through it, he finds the invitation, and he waves it for the camera and says, look what I've found, Prof, there's your invitation, you've got mail. It's like,
also, there's going to be a slight finder's fee for that, just to let you know.
Yeah.
And of course, Postman Pat is all like, you can't do that, that's official mail.
And he just runs off with it.
Get back here!
K9 was filmed in front of a live studio audience.
Well, that's the episode, and that's the 4 batches. Thank you, I'll be here all night.
I was hoping for that sound clip. I was not hoping for that voice to come back. Damn it! We're gonna have to limit that in future, aren't we? Good God!
This is what you unleashed. You reminded me of it, and it broke free from the vaults.
I didn't remind you of anything. I didn't know it existed until now, and I wish I didn't know it existed now. Anyway, that was apart from the first one, Oroborus, not a bad run. That.
Yeah.
It's very strange episodes, but really interesting watches.
And I can't wait for 15 months' time when we do Black Hunger.
Also, I like how for the last oak tree, the very last line on the TARDIS wiki says, the department's propaganda messages reappear in the sky.
Which they do.
Goody. Yep.
All
Subtle.
is well. All is well. Turn tape over. I think it's all is car, but it still works. Yeah, and also, I mentioned this last week, but Frezno maybe didn't watch that particular episode, so...
I watched the ones that I'm not on.
Yeah, but the last oak tree came out at the same time as Vampire Venice that weekend.
Hey!
So we're doing it again. Have we done it a third time? Because the next pick is Frezno's.
So wait, you're telling me that you had picked an episode last time, and now this time we had an episode that was here the same day. So it's kind of like you went full circle with it, yeah?
Masterful.
That's right! Kat, since you've come back, you have won the fabulous prize of getting to talk about K9 and Adric. Because next time on Doctor Who Reviews, it's Tom Baker in full circle.
Good choice.
We get to finish the... That's right. We get to finish the E-Space trilogy, which we've done exactly backwards, because this is the first part of the E-Space trilogy, the introduction of Adric, and an interesting little episode. An interesting little...
Also, we get Romana.
And we get Romana.
Yay!
So I'm happy.
Oh, wait.
Thank you for cutting that off, but...
And we also
Kind of
get,
a lot.
the consequences of the cliffhanger to Meglos, which we did a little while back.
Oh, yeah.
Which one was Meglos?
Cactus Man.
Tom Baker is a cactus.
Is this when I wasn't here?
This is when you weren't here, yes.
Yeah, Tom Baker
Okay.
is a Cactuar from Final Fantasy.
Yeah. An alien pretended to be Tom Baker. It was an alien cactus, and he pretended to be Tom Baker, and sometimes the sky slipped, and so it was Tom Baker in cactus makeup.
I missed this?
I'm afraid
You
so.
missed this. It was an okay story, honestly.
The crowd is not happy.
Wow.
Neither is
That's
Cat.
dude.
I mean, it only makes sense considering Frontiers is just Final Fantasy VII, so... Hi, Mike.
Despair.
Ah, despair. Hey, Mike, how you doing? Anyway, Cat, there he is. There's Tom Baker as a
There's Tom
cactus.
Baker as a cactus, yes.
Oh my gosh.
It is kind of amazing makeup job. Unfortunately, it was uncomfortable as hell for the actors.
Yeah.
Anywho, what's the name of the episode that we're doing?
Full circle.
Full circle.
Hey.
So maybe we should wrap this up, yeah?
Yeah.
I think we should.
Okay, you're not going to do it, so I will. You can find us lovely people on Twitter at Refuse Doctor. Way to let the side down there, Frez.
I talked in the fucking voice. You just chose to ignore it.
I didn't hear it, genuinely.
Oh, well, maybe you can hear it now then.
Oh, God. It's like Gonzo on drugs.
I am pretty gonzo.
You can find us on Twitter at Reviews Doctor. You can also find us individually at Brainiac the Maniac, at
Yes,
Concave
breaking
Usurper,
you!
at Concave Usurper, shut up, at the Kachiri, and at 8675309.
Jenny, don't call
At
this
Freezing
number.
Inferno. At Freezing Inferno. Twitch.tv/Radiant/Freezing Inferno/Concave Usurper and /The Kachiri. By Back to the Unfound by Krista McTeer, Volumes 1 and 2. By The Tower for the Trees by Sean Dillon.
Actually, speaking of...
That clip again, eh?
Speaking of Back to the 11th Hour, I have a few things to plug. Starting with, of course, hey, would you look at this? Back to the 11th Hour is back. Check out down below, because our friend Krista McTeer has written a Back to the 11th Hour post on Asylum of the Daleks, which aired 10 years ago on September.
So this will become Volume 3, correct? Eventually.
This is the opening to Volume 3 of Back to the 11th Hour. And once we hit Christmas of 2023, I assume that's when we'll get the finale of that and get the book in sometime in 2024. But for now, please read Back to the 11th Hour post on Asylum of the Daleks. Also, if you want some shit to read, I have posted on my blog part 3 of A Quantum Microcosm Adrift in the Sea of History, which is the look at Season 3 of Quantum Leap, which had some fucking humdingers of episodes.
Which I contributed a tiny part to, so I'm kind of proud about that.
What would you say?
I contributed a tiny part to that, so I'm kind of proud about that.
Yeah, you did. You. Thank you to Rainiac for giving me expert advice on the wrestler Terry Funk, who showed up in a Quantum Leap episode about wrestling.
Absolute legend.
He was very effective in that episode. He bent a locker door over his head.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right for Terry Funk.
Yeah, part 3 has some wonderful things. As let me just look at the episode guide for part 3 and see if I can tell you some bullshit that's in season 3. We have horrible things happened in Vietnam, an anti-drug episode, Satan, race riots. They do a riff on A Christmas Carol where Dean Stockwell gets to be Scrooge, and we have a ropey sci-fi show one. We've got we got Scott Bakula as a member of Kiss, Death Row, the Terry Funk one, the Cuban Missile Crisis, and then electroshock therapy to close the season. What a fucking run!
That's a ride and a half, that is.
Oh, you don't even know. I'm in season 4. You don't even fucking know what I have had to deal with. Mike knows what I've had to deal with, but you don't know until the season 4 post drops in a week or so's time.
Shout out to Mike.
I want to get this shit out by the end of September because October is my spooky month writing, and then November's NaNoWriMo, and by the time December comes around, my fingers are bleeding.
Oh my god, November's NaNoWriMo, you're right.
We're going to die. But one more thing.
Hey, just remember, you guys choose to participate.
Yes, I do.
That's true. We do.
So fuck you, it's your own fault.
And maybe this year I'll actually finish it.
And there's one more thing that I would like to plug. A friend of mine and a hopeful friend of the show, Thomas Jetstorm 4, has released a RPG game. That's a misnomer. RPG, because the G in RPG stands for game. It's called Chorus Last Princess in the Spring of Rebirth. It's a fun little, quick and breezy 3-hour RPG about an elf girl going to save a princess. And it was interesting. I played it over the weekend, and I'll just drop a link there for you.
Sounds
so
cute.
so it's there's some innuendo in there because but it's all in good fun. We're adults, we can handle that, and if you think you can too, you should throw on a fun little RPG. It's only a couple hours long, and you'll have a good time.
I love the phrase hopeful friend of the show. That's fantastic.
Oh, I mean, I don't know if they listen to this shit. Hopefully you do, and if you do, I plugged your nice computer video game.
Wait. People listen to this podcast?
I know.
I thought I was just talking to myself.
Huge.
Say goodnight, Radiac.
Huge if true. Good night, Rainiac. And join us next time, where I physically take the soundboard away from Kat, and also we.
You could try.
I mean, yeah, I can't just reach across the screen and take it.
Nibbles.
I can mute Frezno every time he does that voice from now on, but.
Join us next time when Kat adds to the soundboard.
And also, in between that, we talk about Full Circle
Yay!
with Tom Baker. And until then,
Yeah.
bye for now.
Night, everybody.
God damn it.
Holy shit.
Actually, you know what it kind of sounds like to me, Frez?
And that sounds like a telephone ring. Ring.
The timing on that!
I'll just be over here dying. Have fun.
We're going to do that joke again because. That's incredible.
This better end up in the bloopers.
I'm actively getting annoyed now. Can we get on with the podcast?
Yeah, let's talk about a fun
No.
episode. No, we can't. We've got to.
Oh, but no! You were warned.
Also, I want you to know. I want you to know that I really get into the bit, and whenever I do that voice, I raise up my left hand like a little sock puppet, as if I'm talking head. Wait. Hang on. Can I do Seabat in the Jenny voice? Let's see. I've got to get it like this. Wow.
I am deceased.